Hey guys, it's Shoot to Kill Outdoors. We're out here doing some crappie fishing today. I've been crappie fishing since 8 o'clock this morning, but right now it's slowed down a little bit and the rain's getting ready to come out, so we're just here getting rid of our bait. I bought 3 dozen minnows this morning, and now I'm trying to use them all up and make sure I don't have to take any home or pour them out, because they were $1.25 for a dozen, but you know, if I'm out here fishing, I might as well fish them all. So, but anyway, I just wanted to share with you guys, I got a few poles out here. As you can see, here's one of them. It's got a closed face reel, got a slip bobber rig going there. Wanted to show you one of my rigs that I use for crappie fishing. Here, let me reel this pole in and I'll show you. Now we're fishing with minnows today. Minnows is pretty good crappie bait. It's really awesome crappie bait, actually. I mean, even if they're biting pretty slow, they'll still bite on minnows. You can pick these up at like basically any bait store, bait and tackle shop. But here's my rig that I'm currently set up with. I got a homemade bobber stopper up there made of nylon. It's from Bowstring Ready. Get that at like a sporting goods store for your compound bow or any other type of bow for hunting. I'm running a bead with an eagle claw slip bobber. Then, if you can see it really close here, I'm trying to do this with. It's got a little. I think it's a 1/8 ounce slip weight or egg sinker. Then I got that line tied to a barrel swivel, and then I got like a 13-inch or 12 to 13-inch line leader. It goes down to a little panfish hook here. Make sure when you go, if you're going to go to like a sporting goods store or something like that, we'll show you here. For panfish, you want to get these little hooks here. They're called Amberdine, and you want to get the long shank ones. Now you're like, what do I need the long shanks for? Well, the long shanks are very helpful when getting the hook out of the fish's mouth. But that's for minnows. That's what I use for minnows fishing. If you're going to use minnows as bait there. Now, if you're using worms or some kind of other live bait like a grub or a bee moss, I got these other hooks over here. I'll show you. Let me see. Okay. They're called eagle claw bait holders for worms and chunk bait. Now those are specifically made for fishing with worms because they have those spurs on the side that keeps the bait from falling off the hook. See, there's a difference. If you notice on the camera there, these have the 2 barbs on the side of the hook shank, and it's different than these hooks right here. The hook that I'm using for minnow fishing today, like I just showed you, is a straight shank. See if I can get that on camera there. See, it's got a gold straight shank, no barbs there. The only barb that's on it is on the hook part. So, let me get my fingers out of the way. But yeah, if you're gonna minnow fish, I suggest, if you're gonna do your own rig, that's cool. I messed around trying to figure out what was the best rig for me, and this works out really well because if you use a split shot, the split shot can eventually weigh your line out to where if you get snagged and you know you can get your line back, it'll snap really easy. It can really mess up your line. Split shots can, but people still use them, I mean, because they're still useful. But I decided not to use a split shot this time. I wanted to use a slip egg sinker, and I can show you how that works. Let me get this set up here. Now you don't have to have a certain fishing pole. I mean, a lot of people really suggest ultralight or a light action, and that's good. That's what I'm using today. It just helps with the fish. That way you don't tear up their mouths, because on a panfish, their nickname's called a paper mouth, because their mouth is it's not as thick as any other fish, really. It's super thin. So that's why they can do that. If you hook them too much, or if you hook them too hard, they can rip out the hook when you're trying to set the hook. So, but other than that, I mean, it's no big deal. I use my other pole over there is a medium weight. I mean, to me, it's no big deal as long as you don't try to pop their eyeball out. But anyway, here we go. Okay, so let's say that's sitting in the water. This bobber comes up. Okay, let's say that's sitting in the water. Bait's down there. Okay, you got your bobber stopper set right there, that little black thing. Well, when it hits the water, it's going to come all the way up here. Well, the weight is still going to be there. And what I like about this rig is when the fish pull this, the weight slides, should slide. Okay. The weight slides back with the bobber when the full fish pull it, so there's no really, I mean, there's a little bit of friction on there, but it's not as much as basically having the split shot on there and the fish pulling the whole thing like that. And I mean, split shots are okay, but that's why I just want to make my own rig. So I hope this video is helpful. Sorry I didn't get any fish on the camera, but I just want to make a little quick video before I left today. And the thing is, you want to find a good spot, especially right now is early spring. You want to find a good spot to fish, and it's kind of hard, but once you find them, I mean, they'll sit there and bite on your minnows all day or whatever you're using. There was a guy out here the other day when I came out. He was using jigs, and he told me the night before he came out in his boat. I'm just bait fishing the night, but he came out in his boat and caught 25 crappie within an hour. So, and that was with jigs. There was no live bait. But I'm a big live bait person. I don't like artificial stuff. So I hope this video helps. I know there's a lot of videos of crappie rigs, but I hope you rate this one and tell me what you like and tell me what you guys do out there. And tell me some more bait to use. I mean, I've only heard minnows, and then somebody told me at the bait store to use some bean moss. So thanks for watching. Please rate, subscribe, and comment. Thanks.